up, everybody? It's Misha Mosley, and we have Jalen Riley here. He's an overseas pro, just sitting down with us and talking about his journey and his career as a player. So I want to hear about your path to success. I know you went through a lot of different phases to get to where you're at. So tell us about how you got to where you are right
now. My path has been a roller coaster for sure. Long story short, I went to school, a mid-major in Tennessee. I started playing pro after my 2015 season in college. And my first couple years were very rocky. It took me a while to kind of get my legs under me as a pro, especially playing over in Europe. I started with the G League, or G League now, D League at the time. And I did the training camp there and then went out to Spain for my first gig. From there, I had a bunch of bumps in the road, and I kind of got my legs under me when I went to Lithuania. From Lithuania, I went to France, and that's where I finished this last season.
What was your first overseas season like?
My first overseas season, I actually didn't even really get to play. So my first season, I probably played maybe 4 actual real games. So from the course of finishing my college career around March, I probably didn't really play like real basketball until the following year fall.
So how did you work yourself through that transition? I'm sure it was a huge mental block to go from college to not really playing at all. How did you push yourself through that moment?
Right. It really was just a lot of grit, a lot of determination. I really crafted a lot during that time. It helped me get to the point that I'm in right now because I spent a lot of time in the gym. Even though I wasn't playing, I was really crafting. I spent a lot of hours in the lab, and that really propelled me into the seasons that I was able to play, after I got over those bumps.
And you obviously were able to turn that around. In 2019, you were named MVP of your league. So talk to me about that season and what you did to receive such accolades.
Yeah, that was like, they kind of let the dog off the leash in 2019, for real. That was my first, I wouldn't say my first, that was my second full season as a pro. So when I went to Lithuania, it was really refreshing for me. They kind of put the ball back in my hands. They kind of let me show what I was able to do. They kind of gave me a platform to show myself as a basketball player, and I just took off. That was a big season for me. It was, a lot of blessings came from that season, so I'm very thankful for it.
And you've been playing in the league or overseas for a little bit under 5 years. Do you have any advice for players here who are trying to learn how to maintain that longevity in their career?
Yeah, my advice is just to stay to it, man. Adversity is gonna hit. Hard times are gonna hit. You're gonna go through your dark times, and you're gonna have your times in the light. You know what I mean? So my advice to all these guys that's trying to make it is just to stay down, stay hungry, stay down. Keep chasing your dreams and your goals, and keep putting in the work. If you're not working, if you're not really putting in the work for it, especially as an underdog, you're really not gonna kind of reap the benefits. You know what I mean? Because you're starting from the bottom. So that's my advice, man. Just stay hungry, stay after it. Fight through those walls, fight through those adversities, and keep chasing your goals, keep chasing your dreams.
How would you say that your mentality as a player has grown or adapted from you as a young buck just getting into overseas and you now?
I think just maturity, man. Just kind of learning the ropes of the politics of the game, and a lot of the off the court, a lot of the things that are going outside of just playing the actual game, and just maturing, just growing up, learning how to take your wins with your losses, learning how to just cope when things aren't going your way, and know that there is always going to be a light at the tunnel. I'm kind of a living testimony for getting through that, getting through the mud and kind of seeing that light at the end of the tunnel. So that would be my biggest take from now to when I first started. When I first started, I was naive. I was kind of running with my head cut off. I knew I was talented. I knew I deserved to play, but I just didn't really have the opportunities at the time. So I had to really grow up through the course of those first couple of seasons.
So do you feel like you've made the most out of the opportunities that you've been given?
Yeah, most definitely. I think every time I really had an opportunity to show myself or prove myself as a basketball player, I've been blessed, man. I've been able to step up to those moments, you know, and step into the light when I had those chances. And that's really the reason why I was able to kind of keep propelling and get to the higher levels of basketball.
So my last question for you: you play in France for Cholet Basketball Club. Did you pick up anything? Because je peux parler un peu de français, so let's speak a little something. Did you pick up on anything while you were there?
Je parle un peu.
Okay. Okay, well, thank you so much for talking to us, Jalen.
No problem. I appreciate y'all having me, man. Thank you. Best of luck to y'all and what y'all doing moving forward in the future. I'll be tuned in. I'll definitely stay tapped in. And thank you.
Thank you too.
Appreciate it.